Welcome to this week's Escape Your Limits podcast. Today, we're coming to you from CES Las Vegas, the most influential tech event in the world, where a variety of global innovators introduce their breakthrough technologies to thousands of people. The rate of innovation and change is quite mind-blowing, and the challenge I see for business leaders is to be able to figure out where to play and what horse to back, as some of these ideas will certainly change the world as we know it, but many of them may just be a little bit too early. If you are not able to fly to Vegas for the event, but you're interested in knowing what happened, then I have some good news. Emma Barry joined me and the Escape Fitness crew, and we filmed 15 short interviews over the 2 days, exploring a number of interesting concepts within the health, fitness, and wellness space. So if you're looking for a glimpse into the future, then please tune in for part one of this week's podcast from CES Las Vegas.
Let's see your abs, come on. Show me how it works.
I hate to do it, but...
No, but you got to flex at him.
Okay, so this is going to give me abs like that.
This
That's
is
right.
all doing the wheel that I've been doing for ever, but about 3 years ago we had a concept that I had brought to my training client, who is a co-founder of the company too, an MIT motor expert, and he was like, Adam, I think I could do this. And with a lot of hard work and with our team, 3 years later, we made a prototype of a smart fitness wheel that has maximum assistance and maximum resistance. And for the last year, I have just been concentrating on doing assistant ab wheel, and at 58, I've never been I'm in the best shape of my life. And I'm someone who's been in shape pretty much my whole life. So it's fantastic.
I've used a bunch of ab wheels, so what's special about this one? Because he looks fairly similar. Without the lights, he looks...
Well, I have found in my history in personal training that most of my clients couldn't do it properly. They didn't have the upper body strength to do it, male and female. And then for male that I had that got very good at it, it almost became too easy for them. And they weren't really getting too much out of it. So now with this device, it takes you to a whole nother level.
And so, the biggest thing about this too is it's not just an ab wheel, it's an exercise wheel. And we've discovered you can do all sorts of exercises on the wall because it provides assistance or resistance with the motor technology. You can do squats,
shoulder presses, biceps, triceps, back, calves.
Yeah.
So what's unique? Obviously, we're at a fitness...
And on top of something where I could just show you, where it's so challenging to do, but now you could do it with some of the assistant mode, is being able now to do it standing up and bringing it back up and squatting down. So you can take this wheel to a whole nother level of a whole creative and different exercises that, I mean, are killer.
Right. It's a technology show, so where's the sort of technology in this then?
So the tech in this is we have several patents already filed pending, but really what's in this is, he mentioned the co-founder, PhD, MIT, specializes in motor technology. And so he has designed a motor in this that is what powers the device and provides the assistance and resistance. So you may compare this to a normal ab wheel, but ab wheels don't have any sort of way to provide assistance and resistance. But again, the motor technology allows you to do exercises above and beyond just core exercises.
And it's also the amount of torque that it gives you through the motor that you would see when you do it.
Yeah. Okay.
It's unbelievable.
It's also in the same way that like a smart car, a Tesla, will recharge itself regeneratively, the same way as you roll out, it repowers itself too.
What does the light do? Is that just for aesthetic or?
So there's 4 different modes.
Okay.
2 of them are assistance modes and 2 of them are resistance modes. This is the primary assistance mode. Right. And so what it does is it helps to brace you as you roll out for somebody who hasn't really developed their core yet or is just starting exercising, trying to get stronger. It'll help brace you. Assistance mode, we call it the ZeroWheel. because eventually you can work over time as you get stronger to 0, which is white.
And then we want you to go beyond.
Yeah.
And then we want to get you into red, which is quicksand.
And what does the red do then?
It makes it harder.
Okay.
It feels like it muddies it.
Right,
So when you're
I'm with
rolling
you.
out,
Yeah.
and then we've got 2 others as well. This is what we call Aero. It's a hybrid mode, so it's another assistance mode. And then we've got this called Feel the Burn, which is really challenging, like really hard.
That almost moves.
It pulls you out, and you have to.
And then you really got to work going.
Okay, interesting. So, what's there? I see you've got some iPhones there. Is there a connection to a phone then?
So we have an interactive device, and it's all based on Bluetooth Low Energy, so it's incredibly seamless to pair your phone. When we originally designed it, we wanted it to be so that anybody could walk up without their phone and use it, but also get added functionality and tracking information from the device, or from their phone. So this provides, it links seamlessly with Apple's Health Kit, so you can track biometrics like caloric burn. It'll provide information around not just the number of repetitions, but the quality of the repetition, your distance rolled, watts, all that. And additionally, in the future, we want to gamify it so you can compete with other people. And there will also be tutorial videos and just all sorts of new additional experiences you can get from the application.
Right. Is it on sale at the moment?
It is currently on sale. Pre-orders are live today.
How much is it?
So it normally retails for $499. There's a CES special going on, which is $100 off for a $100 deposit, fully refundable deposit.
Right. And where will you be selling it through?
We're going to sell it direct to consumer and business to business. So we've already started speaking to some high-end luxury gyms about partnership agreements. We have some in the works already. And also direct to consumer, we plan to do some pop-up booths, having Adam
Booths, personal training, karate studios, yoga studios, bar studios, physical therapy. It would work great for all of them.
Right.
Yeah.
And is there some sort of subscription content part of it, or is it just you buy the product and that's
No
it?
subscription necessary. But that was actually a key thing for us is, I know a lot of people absolutely love the Peloton model, but some people tend to shy away. They don't want to commit to a monthly bill. And so we wanted to make sure that it was just, hardware fee.
Right. And how do you charge it?
So right now, this version has a barrel charger in the handle, which you just pop open here, and then you charge right there.
Okay.
Future iterations may be wireless charging with a docking station.
Right.
Yeah.
And is it commercial and consumer grade, so you can use it, professionally as well, or is this mainly a consumer unit?
Both.
Both.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There are some added features that we're talking about for selling B2B. For example, if a gym wants to buy 5 of these units, we may have a rack set up, different wheels in, and you can just walk up with your phone, pair your phone. It says, hey, I remember the last time you used this, you were using it on red mode 2. Store your height, weight, calibrate automatically to you, and also have some features in it like anti-theft. So you may see, people
It's
try and
quite
steal.
easy to stick it in your bag, I guess.
Exactly. So it'll start flashing, making noise, and it physically disable and stop working if you were to try and steal it out of a gym.
Right. Cool. Oh, congrats. Great product.
Thank
Great
you so
idea.
much.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I hope I've got abs like you when I'm 58.
Me too.
Introducing the next big thing in functional training, the Escape Barrow, a revolutionary training tool that combines a loaded farmer's carry with a sled push to develop hip, grip, and core strength. Developed in partnership with Pete Holman, inventor of the TRX Rip Trainer and Nautilus Glute Drive, the Escape Barrow can be rolled, pushed, dragged, and carried. The Escape Barrow packs a punch with an impressive load capacity of 440 pounds, and with a 2-stage galvanized paint covering process, it's also ideal for outdoor use. So head over to escapefitness.com/barrow. That's escapefitness.com/barrow to find out more. Enjoy the rest of this episode.
Bridget, what's this interesting thing you've got in your hand there?
Yeah, so we're demoing today what we call the Pack Sense, and it is our muscle scanning technology, the first of its kind. It mechanically perturbs your muscle, and it measures the stiffness or tension in the muscle. We also measure muscle mass, so we have strength scores as well. And then there's an app that's tied with the system, which shows you exactly where, how to scan, and always gives you information on the last state of your muscle. So problem areas on me are typically in my back. If I were about to go on a run or a workout with my lower body, I'd go ahead and select my quads, probably my calves and my hamstrings as well. I would measure them with the scanner to see, are they in an injury-prone state or am I good to go exert? And then we always give recovery activity as well. So where to warm up, how to properly target those areas. We have percussive massage content in our app today, and in the future that'll be built out with mobility exercises, foam rollers, whatever tools you have at your disposal, how to properly use them based on the status of your body. So here was a bad day where I was in an injury-prone state. That's where I wouldn't go and push it and exert. This is where I take it easy or do a recovery run, depending on what I'm going to go work.
So in a practical sense, and so let's say I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to do a strength workout. How would I use the device?
I would measure pre-post. If you're doing upper body, you'd measure a couple targeted muscle groups, and you can input that in the app. And then see which muscles you worked the hardest, so we can give fatigue scores as well when you measure post-workout. And then how to properly recover those muscles to either make you less prone to DOMS or less prone to injury. And then again, a couple days later, you'd want to do a check-in if you're about to go work out again. Am I good to go, or do I need to take it easy?
Right. So say I've got pain in my back.
Yep.
And I want to do a lower body workout, something like that. So would I test myself to see what's wrong?
Yeah, would measure those muscles, would see are there asymmetries there, are there imbalances, would always give you a warm-up to do to see if we can get it in a more aligned state. But then if it is in the red, we'd say you probably want to take it easy, say you probably don't want to go push it.
Right. So is it working with the muscles specifically? Is that where it's
Any soft tissue.
Okay.
Yes, we have PTs today that kind of go rogue with this and measure various different areas, tendons, and we're also trying to see, how does this relate to fascia as well. And so we have some folks that have the other tab in there where they can target any areas they want and always get that data.
Right. How does the sort of technology work then?
So it's purely mechanical measurement. So we send out a vibration of light taps, and then we measure the resistance or the pushback. So in the same way that your either PT or massage therapist is touching and feeling, that's what this little probe does. It's touching and feeling, and it's measuring the pushback. So it's not ultrasound or electrical stimulation. It's purely mechanical, and our core IP is actually in the algorithms that we use to extract these mechanical properties from our sensor.
Right. So to work, does it have to be on your bare skin then?
You can, if it's on tight clothing, tight leggings, it's okay. Consistency is key. So if I measure, every time I measure my legs, I always have leggings on. So that's fine. If you're mixing it up each time, you just want to note that in the app so it can calibrate accordingly.
Right. Is it a product you would typically use with a trainer?
Yeah, so our main audience right now is the physiotherapists, trainers, coaches, massage therapists, and they're using this with their clients. They also are having their clients take one of these home so that they can have that communication, track them outside the space, and be able to see that they're trending in the right direction. But we also are selling this directly to athletes and average consumers today that want to take the power of their data and their body back into their own hands and be tracking on their own individually.
How do you, if you are buying it as an athlete or as a consumer, how do you know how to use it, where to put it?
It's all in the app.
Okay.
Yeah, so it shows you exactly where, how to scan, which muscles to locate. If you have pain in this one, here are the muscles around it that we want to scan. So it's always guiding you, making that user experience really easy.
Right. So if you've got like I've got tightness down my IT band.
Yep.
Is there certain things you put on that for me to?
It would measure probably a few muscles in your quad, hamstring, and your glutes, and be tracking it.
Right. Okay. And what's you said there's a subscription model as well for it. What do you get for that?
So with the subscription, you get access to this data over time. So if you want to just do the free version of the app, you can. You just lose the data after a certain number of days. Right. There's also content in the app, which is why we're working with certain recovery partners to develop this content with them. So instead of just here's your problem areas, there's always here's what to do next, the actionable insights. And with the subscription, you get personalized content. So it takes your data and it delivers you a personalized experience on how to warm up or recover.
Right. And you say you get information over time. So if I, for example, continue to do my leg, it would show me where I am, what I'm like each week, month, etc.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So how much is it to buy one of those?
Yeah, so we retail this for $3.99, and then there's 20% off for the next few weeks with the code PACT 2023, PACT 2023.
Okay, and where are you selling it?
All on our website, which is thepact.com, THEPACT.com.
Right, and then what's the subscription?
The subscription is $12 a month.
Okay.
Yep.
And how long have you guys been around? I've not seen the
We've
product.
been at this about 2 years, and we just started shipping a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
very new.
Yeah, I'll have to try one. It looks a
Yes.
pretty interesting product.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks very much for your
Thank you,
time.
appreciate it.
So we're at CES, and my friend's here, Emma Barry, and she grabbed me and told me about his fantastic new product. So
Award winners.
Award winners.
CES award winners. So let's hear about that.
Well, tell me about what excited you about this, Emma?
Well, what excited me about this is when you go around the show, there's not a lot of fitness here. You know, there's a lot of other things, there's transport and all of the things at CES, but this really caught our eye because A, you won an award, but B, because it's squarely in our space. So let's start from an athletic point of view. So Matt, you are a triathlete.
Yes.
So how are you using this system? And then we're actually going to ask these folks here to talk us through the product. So how are you using this? What's your story?
So I'm a professional triathlete, and so I'm training all the time. And I do pretty much all my training on this bike. And the great thing about it is it has a really realistic feeling, as in like, I feel just like I'm riding outside. And the nice thing is if I want to do some hard intervals, I don't need to worry about cars, stoplights. If there's a hill that's going up or down, I can control everything I can right on this bike.
So tell us, why does it simulate cycling so much? This has to do with the pedal, the stroke mechanics. How does it feel real for you?
Well, I mean, he'll be able to tell you a little bit more about the tube mechanism of everything. But like for me as a professional athlete and cyclist, like it just has the really, like you hop on a spin bike, has that flywheel, and if you stop, you're like, ugh, it throws you forward. With this, you stop, you coast, just like you're going downhill, and you can give that really good resistance. Like if I want to climb a steep hill, go 12% upgrade, I can do that.
Right. So what are you training for at the moment?
I do Ironmans for a living.
Oh, you do Ironmans.
Yeah, I do a bunch of Ironmans.
Let's just say
Yep.
that. And what's your time?
My best time at Ironman World Championships in Kona is 8:04.
Okay. That's amazing. Well, tell us a little bit about the product.
By the time he finished. You're actively doing that, are you, at the moment?
I'm always training. It's training is a full-time job, doing about 35 hours a week of swim, bike, and run, but majority is on the bike.
Wonderful. And then do you use, so this is the True bike. There's also the True Trainer. Do you mix both or do you just train
Yeah,
here?
so the True Trainer, I can actually take my race bike, take the rear wheel off and put it right on there, and then I can get right into aero bars and do everything I was talking about on the
Great,
True
and
Trainer.
the True Trainer won the award. What was special about that? What did the judges say about the True Trainer?
Well, so the True Trainer has a couple of unique features. One of it is that it does, same as a True bike, it uses the same force generating platform, but it regenerates your energy. So the energy that you expend while you're cycling on normal flywheel-based trainers, you're also eating up to 60 watts out of your power socket, which is crazy in our minds. So while you're cycling, we harvest the energy that you generate, and that powers the system. But also, it's got an outlet, so you can power your iPhone or your iPad or whatever you're using to do your workout with. The other thing, it's got an HDMI port, so you can get all your results on any computer monitor. And the other cool thing is that we have the concept of virtual gears, which means that no matter what cassette you have on a trainer, our software can simulate any cassette or any front gear that you might want to try. So in case of Matt, when he's out there and he wants to do a hilly ride, he might want to have a completely different gear set than when he wants to simulate a flat ride or he wants to simulate an interval workout. So it's just a matter of a couple of clicks in our app, and then he gets that cassette to do his thing.
Right. I've been in the fitness equipment business for about 25 plus years.
Yeah.
And
Seen it all, huh?
Well, well, I've seen lots and lots of bikes, and I suppose my first impression, it looks design-wise, I love the look of it.
Thank you.
Screen looks great, but I suppose my first question is why is it different than a lot of the great bikes that are already out there from many other companies that have been doing this for a long time?
Also, for that, we have to take a step back. So in the last 5 to 10 years, people are starting to realize that lean body mass or your muscle mass is the best indicator of how healthy you are today, but also how healthy you're going to stay as you age. And if you look at endurance sports outdoors, they're awesome because it's both cardio, but it's also strength because you're constantly throwing your body weight around, right? So if you're cycling, when you push down on your pedals, 90% of the force at that moment is actually going into accelerating your body weight a little bit, and then the other 10% is actually at that moment what you use to overcome the wind and the rolling resistance and that kind of stuff. Running, same thing. As you're running, there's a huge force component to the pounding that your body takes. Rowing, you're throwing your body backwards and forwards. So now let's go indoors, and we say, we're really going to focus on getting the wind resistance right and the rolling resistance right. And then for the weight, which is 90% of your force, we take a little tiny flywheel, which was about 15 times too small, and that's going to give you an awesome ride. Well, no, because it's 90% you're getting wrong. And when I was an amateur triathlete 5 years ago and 40 pounds ago, in case you're wondering. And I got so fed up with riding indoors that I wanted to make it better. And my first thought was, I'll just get a 450 kilo flywheel or a 1,000-pound flywheel. But then I realized I'm never going to get that to the attic. So then I decided, let's use robotics. And that's what we did. We took the flywheel out completely and made very smart electronics, high power motor from a car, electronics from the LED industry and the solar industry, whole lot of solder and software, and there you go. So it's a completely different approach to indoor cycling.
What's allowed you to do something different? Is it technology that hasn't been available until today or until recently? Or is it because you guys just came in and thought, well, why are we doing it like that? And you just rethought of a new way of doing what you're doing?
A little bit of both. I mean, if I would have started this company 10 years ago, then I couldn't have done it because the processors wouldn't have been fast enough, the components wouldn't have been powerful enough to take the huge amount of currents that go through the PCBs. So we're really kind of at the right moment, at the right time. The engines that we're using, the electrical motor in there is from a small car. So all of that is just, either would have been so excruciatingly expensive that it would never have been a product, or just wouldn't have been around.
Right. And how much is this unit?
So this one is around 3,800.
Okay.
And the trainer, which won the award, is about 1,500.
So it's comparable with a little bit more,
Well, yeah, I mean, we're right in the price range of the competitors, but people just get a very different product. But, we realize that we're a new entrant, so we have to prove ourselves.
Right, and what about programming? Like, is there a program that I can put in? You talk about cassettes.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a number of things. It connects to Zwift and all the other Ruby, RGT. It connects to all those things. But there's also this program menu, and you can just program your own workouts or get workouts, and they'll tell you cycle this power for this long, or cycle up this hill, or whatever.
Is this designed for the commercial or consumer space? Or both?
Consumer, really for the consumer.
Right.
We have a couple of specialty gyms that carry this product, but it's really designed. If you look at how sleek it is, normal indoor bikes, you have to bike with your legs apart, because everything is so wide apart. But on an outdoor bike, the whole frame is like 1.5 inch wide. So this bike is 1.5 inch wide.
Your colleague mentioned that you're not exclusive to a bike, so you've taken this technology now and you're bolting it on other types of training devices.
Correct.
Tell us a bit about what they are.
Yeah, so if you look at this bike and look at the trainer, the force generating unit, which generates the force, so we're all about that force thing, because getting cycling right is not difficult. It's very simple math, it doesn't change that much, but getting the force right is really difficult. So that force generating unit, it's a really compact, powerful unit with software, electronics, and a motor. That unit we can put on any sport. We just change the software, and then you have a rower. Change the software some more, you have a running track, treadmill.
Right. And also, is there resistance machines that you're doing as well, like strength machines that you would do?
Yeah, we're also looking at that, but we're not actively developing that right now. But we've come at it maybe even backwards, because we first made a strength machine, and then we put a chain on it and said, now cycle on it.
Right.
Where do you see us rolling to in, say, 3 years?
Yeah, so for us, the next step is really to grow internationally, because right now we're only active in the Netherlands. We're going into Europe next. Now that the technology is stable, the products are stable, we're going into North America as well. I predict that 3 years from now, the flywheel will have followed one of the first indoor bikes ever, which was on the Titanic.
Right.
Is that true still?
Yeah, it's 110 years old. If you look at the flywheel, if you look it up, the Titanic in 1912, so 110 years ago, there was an indoor trainer, which basically looks almost identical to the indoor spinning bikes that we have now, was on the Titanic. The people wore different clothes on it, but yeah.
Very good. Well, congrats on a great product.
Thank you.
It's nice to see people sort of pushing the bar on a very traditional part of the fitness space. And I wish you success in the future.
Thank you
And
so
good
much.
luck for your Ironman.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Curtis, I've got a massage gun. And what's the sort of technical name for this category now? Is it percussion therapy?
Percussion therapy, yeah. And
Okay.
this product is called Symbodi Vertigun, and what we're pushing out to the world is that it's the first hands-free percussive therapy system.
Okay. So what would be the benefit? I guess my one, it seems as though you can kind of hold it and move it around fairly easily. So what would be the benefit of fixing it to a point?
Yeah. Well, one of the world's most common health problems is back pain. It's the second highest bill for the U.S. government for all consumer medical conditions. And we're still using, rudimentary solutions like laying our full body weight on top of a golf ball as a way to alleviate tension in our backs. And, for such a complex issue, there's like 4 different layers of back muscles that are all interwoven, connected with each other. And, if we're going to try to find a solution to the issue, there needs to be a system that makes exercises repeatable on a daily basis for everyone, so that over time they can learn what works for them and what doesn't. And so the ultimate goal is to create these tools that are essentially a tool set for optimization, where people can understand what leads to the longest duration of sustained relief, and gives them total control over where they're applying pressure, the pressure path that they're applying, and that's what we're doing here at Symbodi.
So how would you, for someone that's not a fitness professional, how would you know, like, where to put it and how to position it and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, so for me, where I learned the complexity of the back is when I was laying on a golf ball working on my rhomboids, which is where a lot of my issues have come up. And I was essentially working on my muscles under the premise of like apply pressure where it hurts. And I was doing that, and then all of a sudden I had this big shooting pain through my neck. And that's when I went to physio and I learned about these 4 different layers of back muscles, and then everything connects. And that, I was putting pressure on a muscle that went from my neck to connected to my lower rhomboid. It was disrupting it and messing it up. So there's a lot of uncertainty. People don't understand how complicated the back is, but that's what our goal here at Symbodi is. We're working on these software programs that actually works with the products to track, your body's relative motion to them, so that you can control and, understand the pressure paths and what's working and what isn't. And so that's the whole goal, is we're trying to give people an opportunity to use these tools to really start to understand the issues that you were talking about.
Right. In terms of the vibration and the overall movement with it, you're obviously not the first one to market. What would you say that you guys are doing in terms of the functionality of the unit different to some of the other brands out there?
Yeah, so I think one of the biggest things that brands compete off of is like who can make theirs the quietest.
Yeah.
So I find it kind of funny. Like we're just a small company, and I designed the products with our manufacturer, and the starting process for it was essentially took apart a whole bunch of different products in the industry, see what they did well, see what they didn't do well, and it's remarkable to think that a lot of companies actually haven't done any dynamic balancing work, so they haven't really balanced the forces internally of the devices, so they're quite loud. Everyone says this, but I will make the statement that this is the quietest device.
This is quiet. This is quiet. It's a bit noisy in here, but It is relatively.
Yeah, so you can attach it from the mount and then just use it as a handheld unit. And so we'll unscrew it and show you after the interview. But from a distance of 3 meters in a normal household environment, it's inaudible to the human ear. So that's one of the biggest things we did, is like we made it super quiet, and it's also the most powerful. So most guns, you know, the cheaper ones that you would buy, if you were to try to make some sort of like universal adapter and like lean your body weight into it, they just stall because they don't have the power system necessary to accommodate the full body weight. But we designed our power system so that, you know, someone can lean their full body into it and it won't stall and it'll keep pushing forward. So honestly, just, you know, the work done inside is what we put the most effort into. And then, you know, the experience and what people are going to get out of the products is what we're looking into long term through the software applications we're developing.
When you're selling it, then are you selling the unit with the wall attachment, or are they all individual items? Like you've got a few different products here.
So here's how it works here. The attachments come off the mount like that, and then basically you can reposition it at any height to target specific areas of your back. And
just have a look at that.
Yeah, so then you're going to have to sort of peel up on the side there.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah. And so you place it at a specific height, you know, where you're trying to target your muscles. And you lean into it with total control over how much pressure you're applying and where you're applying that pressure. So that really, you know, again, like people can learn over time what feels good, what doesn't, what leads to the longest duration of sustained relief. And ultimately, we're trying to create a world that suffers less from back pain, because it is a significant problem that affects people's lives. And, you know, more ways than just the direct pain, it affects us. So that's what we're trying to do here at Symbodi, is create a world that, you know, we feel our best so we can be our best.
And the package then, do you get all of this stuff, or are they sold individually?
So currently we sell these are our first two products, Vertiball and Vertiroller.
Okay.
You buy them individually. We also have just recently started doing a bundle package where you can buy them together. It's been, you know, sort of our top selling SKU on our website.
How much will one of these be then?
This is $49.99 US, and this is $69.99 US.
Okay.
But what we're looking to do long term is bundle all these products together in retail to create, you know, this all-encompassing system for people, so that, you know, you loosen up your back with the elastomer and, you know, the flexible surface of the roller. It's really good for lower back muscles. It cradles the spine, and, you know, can really just get everything loosened up. And then the ball for like the really tightly woven interconnected muscles in your upper back. It's really good for, you know, just like working on specific pressure paths to optimize and figure out what works for you over time. And then this just for, you know, at the end of it, going over, you know, doing a once over, increasing blood flow, and just like loosening everything up, get everything moving, and ultimately try to loosen up some tension on the spine, try to loosen up tension on the rest of your body, so that, you know, you can move around and feel as good as you can, dance like nobody's watching.
How much are you selling this unit for?
So this is the first day that we're showing this off. It's for sale for $399 US. Luckily, you're at CES and you can be one of the first to get the exclusive 30% discount code here.
Thank you.
And but yeah, we're working on a lot of products beyond this that use percussive therapy in different ways. Some of which I'd love to talk to you about in a closed room, but this is the start of what we're trying to do. And ultimately, you know, recovery, muscle care, you know, that's the start, but we're trying to create all these different product segments that really take a different look at how people approach dealing with their pain, fitness, overall health, and, you know, delivering products that work for people on a daily basis so they can fit them in their everyday lives and, you know, start to feel the best they can possibly feel.
And what about connection to apps or education? Is there any you know, subscription or programs that go with it at the moment?
Yeah. So a lot of that is
under wraps.
Under wraps, but yeah, there's the fixed nature of this product creates a very interesting software opportunity, and it's something we're working on. Not ready to unveil it yet,
right.
But you know, the goal is to create an input-output system so people can understand what the formula is. You know, you can't know what a formula is unless you have the variables, and so we're trying to create that system, and the software platform that we're working on is going to be the the cherry on top to make that possible.
But currently then, is it just sold without any?
Just products.
Okay,
yeah.
just products
Yeah.
at the moment. Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Very interesting product.
Yeah.
Caught my attention. Good luck with everything.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Pippa, your balls, your colored balls got my attention.
Yeah.
Tell me what they're all about.
Yeah, I will. So we're Playfinity. We're a Norwegian sports tech company, and we're gamifying sports to keep kids active. 70% of kids drop out of sports by the age of 13. They start gaming, so we want to combine the two worlds and keep them more active. So we've got a gaming baseball here. Once you got this, it comes with an app with a bunch of games. You can also create your own games, and the best part is that you can challenge players all around the world. So we're really trying to make that active side of life and combine it into the gaming world.
So with baseball then, what do you play with a team, do you? Or
No. So the games that we have here are really inspired through drills that you would play in practice. So it's a lot of catching games, fast throw, pop fly, ground ball. For CES, we just launched a speed test and ground ball, which was a big request from all of our players. And that's the great thing is that these products are always improving because we can add new games, we can do we all love updates, right? We can do software updates and constantly improve this.
And what's the market? Is it working directly with kids, or is it through associations, or both? Or
So right now we're focusing on kids between the age of 6 and 14 because that's where they really start to drop out of sports. Right now we're selling direct to consumer, but we're really looking for partners in sporting clubs. We're looking for partners that work around kids' health and everyone's health. Our DNA is focused on physical and mental health, and we're trying to activate that through sports and inspiring more people to be active.
Right.
Yeah.
So what about how does it work? What's the experience with the app then? Is that like an individual thing that I would buy one of the balls and then download the app?
Yeah, exactly. So you buy the ball, it comes with a free app. All the games are free, so we're really having the players in mind. So there's no subscription, there's no ads, nothing. There's games that come that are great to play with someone else, but there's also some great games that you can just play on your own. But then you can challenge others as well. So it's really a gaming experience, but being more active and just playing the sports you love.
There's a few other different types of products here. So outside of baseball then, what are you focusing on?
So we also have a sensor for the trampoline. So this goes around your ankle, and then just as you would jump and play on the trampoline, we've gamified that. So I can show you some.
Yeah.
So just a few examples of some of the games. So Tornado, which is really fun. This is jumping and then spinning, right? So these are all games that are based on height, flips, rotation, and then you can also make your own games and then challenge others. We had one kid do 1 million jumps in 2022, which is epic. And then we also have this ball here. So this is just a softer ball. This was one of our first products, actually. This is really great for younger kids. Actually, the elderly really like it as well. It's easier, it's safer, and if you don't have a relationship with baseball.
What would you do with this then?
Same kind of activities, so you can do just throwing back and forth, so speed, height. There's one great game called Higher and Higher where you just try to throw it higher and higher and higher each time. So again, it's like if you can be active for 5 minutes a day, it's better than none. So and I have to say the great thing, we're seeing more adults are active because they're playing with the kids, they're having more fun, they're all enjoying themselves and realizing that they forgot how fun it is. So there's a great ripple effect happening right now.
And what about community? Do you connect with other people and compete as well?
Yeah, exactly. So that's the big part of this, right? So in the experience, in the app, I got challenged yesterday by someone to play Higher and Higher that was in another country. So that's the whole part of community in gaming is really important, right? That's where you chat, that's where you meet others, that's where you can challenge others. So we have players all over the world right now that are always playing each other. Right. So that's really important as well, to have that global community.
What's the business model? Is it selling hardware? Because you say you've not got a subscription model. So how do you make your money?
I mean, we can all use our imaginations of how we'll monetize this. So we know coaches are really interested. We work with a lot of coaches. We know that schools are really interested. We're looking at co-branding with other brands. We're looking at apparel companies who don't want to get into the tech world, but they're on the same mission as having active people. So how can we co-brand together? I mean, there's endless opportunities. When you look at our mission of health and activity,
there's a lot of companies in this world that want to collaborate on that. So there's many channels. So that's what we're looking for now is partners in that space.
Right. And how long have you guys been going?
So we've been in development for 5 years. So it's really important to us that our products are robust. We don't want gimmicks, gadgets, garbage. We've smashed this against cement walls over and over and over, and it doesn't break. So the products and the technology have been in development for a long time. And each product we make, we also have to create an experience with it, right? We need the app and the game to be sticky. So it's really important that we develop the gaming experience as well as the product. So we're looking at rolling out about 1 to 2 products a year now that we've got our foundation really strong. We've got great partners for manufacturing now, building out a gaming studio. So there's a lot to be done, but it's every day we see more kids. We've got a dashboard in the office. We see more kids being active, spending more time being active, and that's what brings us into the office.
What made you choose the baseball? I would imagine something like football may have been more...
Yeah, we get a lot of flack because we're Norwegian, but we actually started, so handball is very big in Norway. That's what really inspired the company. Then we saw that there were a lot of coaches actually that were using this ball to teach and to get the kids playing. Baseball coaches eventually ended up speaking with us. There was also influence of baseball in Norway, and it was just a natural progression that we went into a sport that already existed. We can't create a new sport, right? Like we need to resonate with a sport that kids already know. So we came out with this, and the moment this was even announced, we had a ton of baseball fans who were interested. And we're actually also at the American Baseball Coaching Association show this week. We're partners with them. Little leagues love it, coaches love it. So and we really focus on the 98% of kids who aren't elite athletes and who aren't going pro, but there's a great cherry on top that you build your skills anyway. So coaches are actually saying, our kids are practicing more than we ever thought they would practice because it's now gamified. So we're still getting into that avenue as well, which is a nice bonus. Yeah.
Well, thanks, Pippa.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thanks for stopping
Great
by.
idea.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks. Nice to meet you. Thanks.
I'm not a boxer, but tell me what is this all about?
Actually, this is the first connected slip cover for the punching bag. We've introduced it on the market end of the year 2022, and you got a full bag, full cover that can fit 8 targets that the boxer can play with the hand and of course the feet, and it records all the parameters such as strength, reactivity, volume of the hit, and reactiveness. Everything is connected through a Bluetooth module, and you can play it with your own personal mobile phone.
Right. So you can take this off and put it on any punch bag.
We can just quite simple. You can remove it rapidly like this,
right?
And to put it or to remove it. Okay. And in a few seconds, you can play with it. It weighs 2 kilograms.
And so the lights here are what you would hit the lights?
They are the target, yeah.
That's
you
the
hit
target,
the light.
and then they move around?
Of course, yeah. You can record, you have some guided mode for the coach and the users, and you can have a free mode up to you to choose.
Okay. And is it picking up the power of your punch as well?
You got, behind the LED, you got sensors which get the punch and record it on the application.
Right.
But every single orange point has its own pad sensors.
Okay. Is it for the consumer market or is it a professional?
For now, we are working on a professional market. We are in B2B and we are working with gym, which are going to use it for their own users. Okay. B2C will come a step further.
Oh, right. So this one here is a commercial.
It's commercialized product, yeah.
Right,
that you can find it on the market. We got all information right in the background in order to order for it.
What sort of people are buying this now then? Are they professional boxers that are looking to improve their speed or what?
Yeah, you can have some professional boxers which are going to try to improve their speed, but you have as well standard users, as I am, which are working with it in order to record their own performance and to get reliable data on what they are performing on the workout session.
Right.
We have as well a range that we will provide to the fitness club. You know, we have for this kind of bag several sizes, and we will work as well on bags for the fitness clubs.
Right. How durable is this cover? For I imagine in a fitness club, it's going to get a lot of abuse. Is it it's a strong material?
Yeah, we have selected a strong material with special companies based in France for that. We did some ruggedness tests as well in order to be sure. And we had, of course, a trial period with some professional boxers in gym, which have made some assessment. And reliability is really good. We have 2 years warranty. And of course, we prove exchange capability to the user if required. But it's already proven in many gyms.
With the app itself, then, what kind of information am I getting as an individual? What stuff? If I had this now, what could I see, and how would I interact with the app?
It's quite simple. You get it on your mobile phone. I can just show it right now. Oh, it's on. You will get the strength, reactiveness. Those the applications just right here. Strength, reactiveness, volume of the heat, and speed. Okay, so it's a bit just starting. You know, we are Wi-Fi. We maybe.
And does it collect my workouts over time then, or?
Sure,
it does.
You can record every. Sorry, it's not good.
Signal.
No signal. It collects all my workouts. If I train every day, I can work on it and I will see my progress, and I can monitor it and store it on my computer for good reports.
Right. Okay. And are you charging a subscription fee for the app?
We charge the gym for the purchase of the cover. Okay, and there is some subscription fees depending on the number of user practitioners that are in the gym.
Okay, all right. So you pay per number of people that will be using it.
We sell it to a coach. Okay, and then the coach will manage to the club the payment linked to the number of users. Okay, we got different kind of package depending on the kind of gym that we will address.
So how much would one of these cost roughly in dollars or euros?
We are in the $800 for the cover, including the electronic and the software application. And then subscription fees depend on the number of users that will be in the gym.
Right. And what countries are you selling it in at the moment?
So we did the introduction on the French market and Europe last month, and we had an innovation award here at the CES regarding the fitness and sport. Thank you. And we target to work and to roll out the product within the US market, hopefully within the year.
Right. And is the application in English as well, as in?
Of course, yeah. You just switch. You know, it was in French, but I just switched the language mode, and I can adapt it without any problem to American, Chinese, all kind of language.
Right. And what about content? Are you getting into the business of teaching people different drills through the app and with videos, or are you just going to keep it as a pure tracking app?
There is some guided mode that you can find on the application. If you're a coach, you can ask the company to make with the logo personalization, okay, and you create your own guided mode that you will submit to your practitioner in your gym. Okay. So it's really a kind of community approach that we try to develop around boxing or fitness with boxing. And it's not only linked to boxing, English or French boxing. You can do some MMA because you can work as well with the feet. You can do some taekwondo, all kind of karate, all these kind of activities.
Right. And what do you call it? I-Percut.
I-Percut. And this is the I-Per-Skin.
Okay.
The name of the product is I-Per-Skin, and the company is I-Percut.
Where are you making this? Is this
done in France?
Well?
It's done in France.
Nice.
Yeah. And we will see if business is good. Hopefully, we will do it somewhere in the US. Yeah, the company is young, and we're trying to find distributors and partners as well as investors to improve for the rollout of the program.
Great. Well, congratulations. Nice product, Olivier.
Thank you.
All right.
I appreciate
thank you very much. Lilian, this
Hi.
looks an interesting kind of concept that you've got here. Tell us a little bit about it.
So if I had to really shorten it down to 3 words, we are fitness, social, and technology. What we're offering is a service that allows people to train and basically become healthier and more active wherever you are. So our service, basically, as long as you've got an Apple Watch or Garmin Watch or One Hours, whatever you have on hand, you can pair up to our app and enjoy the services. You'll get live performance score as you train and interact with other users. You can turn on a video chat. So through our live stream platform studio, you are able to do that in real time with your real-time coaches. Or if you want to be a little bit more flexible, you can join our on-demand content. We're actually announcing the opening of our Wondercise gym, which is going to open early this year, in early Q2. The first one's going to be in Taiwan, and we're going to showcase the online merge offline concept. So you can join on-site or from home. And you'll have all the score on screen. You can talk to other users, interact with your coaches, and share experience. It's just going to be a lot of fun.
What is the score that you're getting then? You say you can use other trackers. So let's say I've got an Apple Watch.
Right.
What are you
So the idea is quite easy. We take your data and then we compare it to the coaches. And they are 100, so they are the standard model, and you're being compared to that. So it's out of 100, so the higher score your scores are, the closer you are to the coaches' moves, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say I'm someone who's never worked out before then. How am I going to get like a really bad score, or does
Likely.
it? Yeah, that's what I mean. So is it really you've got to be super fit, or does it adjust for?
No. Our main target audience are for people like myself. I want to have sort of a really good workout routine. I want the people to guide me, but I don't have the time. I don't have an hour every day to go to the gym, but I still want that person there to guide me, and I can use Wondercise to do that when I'm at home. I have 10 minutes to spare here and there. I can hop online, talk to my coach, and I'll turn on my video chat camera, and we'll go along to Wondercise, and they can tell me, hey Lilian, that posture, you're a little off. Your score is low because your left knee is too close to the floor, or your heart rate is too high. Have you been drinking? Breathe and all that.
Okay, and where is the score being? Is it mainly heart rate based?
Basically, your tracker is worn on your wrist, right? So you can also add to that our Wondercise tracker. So it's sort of an added accuracy, and we're tracking your basic key stats, so heart rate as well as your movement. So we're using a lot of accelerometers, gyroscope. So with that, we can track your angle, your speed, and so every punch counts.
Okay, so are you trying to? Is your score based on how accurate you are at doing the exercises along with your heart rate?
More alongside to the coach, so against the coach. Your heart rate is an additional key information that you might want to keep track for yourself for your purposes to see, hey, you know what, maybe my heart rate is higher than usual or higher than what it should be for this sort of workout, and I should probably adjust my my habits, my lifestyle, because this is not okay. Things like that.
Okay, and how does it know? How does it figure out if you're tired or if you've been drinking or if you've not slept or anything?
The key stats will give your coach a lot of information, and they can use that to sort of analyze, maybe diagnosing, talk to you about it, say, so what have you been doing lately? Are you tired? So it's not going to say, because you're stressed or lack of sleep and all that, but this will give your coach the information that they will need to give you a better guidance throughout your fitness journey.
How do they get that information though?
So all the information that you're seeing on screen, that's available to them too.
Yeah, but where does it, so say for me, for example, where would it pick up? Like if I'm wearing an Oura ring, so it's got my sleep and my HRV, for example, like what is this unit using to get my personal data compared to your personal data that may be different, and we may be wearing different wearables?
So the tracker takes the data from your whatever sort of the services and the SDKs are provided in your different hardware. So for example, our timeless bands, we also monitor your sleep as well as your blood oxygen meter. So if you wear that long enough time, we're able to track your long-term sort of data and your health.
Okay, so you have your own wearables, or you can pull in from other ones.
Yes. Well, the sleep and the blood oxygen meter is only available on our timeless band, but with the live motion matching, we can do that through Apple and Garmin as well. So it's whatever you have on hand, but if you want that 24-hour, 24/7 monitoring, timeless band is probably a better choice just because it's got a longer battery life and it's lighter. It does take a little bit more of data from you, and we can analyze a little bit more with our system.
Right. So what is it? A subscription model where you have your data and your content? Or?
So Wondercise is we charge about $10 a month, And of course, that's for the premium, and you get ad-free and all that, but you can get it for free if you want the ads. But anyways, we will have premium features in the future. For the gym, though, there will be different packages depending, probably points based, depending on where you're located and how often you want to work out on sites, and so on.
And what's the workout that you're offering? You said you've got a number of live programs.
Right. So the on-demand content, we have near 600 different training videos. We go from cardio to boxing, body weight, endurance, run fitness, and facial relaxation, if you know that, Tai Chi. So all that available on demand. Live stream, it really depends on the coaches and what we want them to do. So like the trendy is Zumba, body weight, and run training. And all that. And for Wondercise Gym, what we're opening, we're going to be featuring 3 types of classes: cardio, yoga, and spinning.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if I want to speak to my coach, can you?
Yes,
okay.
yes, and that's the social aspect of it. So you are able to jump on and join one of the studio sessions. You can talk to them. If you want to turn on your camera, they will be able to see you, which is better. It's better connection, but you are able to turn on just your mic as well. You can just type if you don't want to work out. You can type to them and whatever you want.
What about if I decide I want to work out? I'm in Las Vegas and I work out at midnight, and then I want to work out tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Do I have the ability? Is there always live classes, or are they?
Yes, so we're working on getting 24 classes 24 hours around the day and around the clock. Right now, though, most of our coaches that we are in contract with are based in Taiwan, so in Taiwan time. But once we get things out there, it's going to be, we can have coaches in the States, in Canada, in Australia, wherever.
Right.
So this system is all in English, so it can be taken global quite fast.
Right. Okay. So you've got a tracker, either something like Garmin, Apple Watch, or your own.
Right.
You have your phone, which connects to
download the
app, or you can put it onto a bigger
screen, yes.
a bigger screen or an iPad, and then you can pay each month for sort of pre-recorded classes, or you can jump onto live classes.
You get access to both.
Okay.
So $10 for wherever we offer, whatever. And if you don't want to do that, you get LO ads, which if you don't mind that. But yes, it's just one fee for everything that we offer.
Right, and it's for $10 a month, you get all the content and the tracking. So where is it at the moment, or is it just a new concept you're presenting here?
I don't know. So Wondercise is up and running already, so you can download right now. Actually, we have a 14-day free trial on site if you want to do that. The gym won't open until later this year in Q2.
Right.
But this whole thing is what I just mentioned. Yeah, live stream classes we actually have that we've been having a live stream sessions in Taiwan for the past 4 or 5 months already, and it's been doing great. We have holiday specials, Christmas and holiday. It's a lot of fun.
Right. And how many members do you have now?
We currently have over 60,000 members.
Right.
Mostly in the Taiwan region, though, because we're testing most of our models there first, starting there, but we're branching out.
And how are you promoting it in America?
Right now, mostly just through PR and media exposure and just presence, being here like at CES. And we're hoping to penetrate the market a little bit deeper with partnerships.
Right.
And if possible, we want to land a spot in San Francisco. But
a gym, you mean? A Wondercise gym?
or an office.
An office.
Yeah, that works too. We just want to be here. It's where everything's happening.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much. It's very
Thank you
interesting
so
to know about
much.
the product.
It's fun.
Cid, I was attracted to your bionic arm. It kind of looks like a bit of a bionic arm. Tell me what it does.
Well, it's not quite a bionic arm. I know that we're living in the future and hearing all of the AI technology, but Healables is it's a wearable textile. What it is a device that clips into the wearable. We're using microcurrent technology that actually helps with pain management, injury prevention. We're also helping people come back from sports injuries. Additionally, our idea is that if you're playing a sport, fitness buff, whatever, we want you to do your sport longer and enjoy it without feeling, the stress of that muscle fatigue and everything else. You don't want to have the stiffness. So what microcurrent is, it's a much lower current, similar to a TENS device, but you don't actually feel the stress on the muscles. So what it's doing is increasing blood flow circulation and helping you get back in the game, back in the gym faster. Super simple to put on. I'll show you real quick. Throw it on just like this. Wrap it around. Real nice. You'd press the button. I've actually already paired the device to the app. Nice app. the thing about the app, I actually want to say if it's real cool, if you have a physiotherapist or a chiropractor you're already working with, you can actually have them see your data and see the recovery time as well.
Okay.
So, yeah, I love.
So I've seen a number of different devices, like where you put cold onto so let's say an elbow or a shoulder or something. Is this a similar type of idea, but using the sort of electro stimulation?
Well, there's a lot of different things for, recovery and for sports performance and for healing. One of our big actual spaces is for pain management, so really people that have a lot of chronic pain. But in terms of the athletes, like what you're talking about for the cold compression,
right,
it's a bit different than that because the electrocurrent is really stimulating the muscles. It's stimulating the blood flow as well, where the ice is more isolated to a certain region, and it's just for 10, 15 minutes.
Right. So how would that compare, or is that a difficult thing to explain?
So it's actually more comparable to, let's say, the TENS device. You know the electrodes that you might put on compacts, for example? It's more similar to that,
right,
using that electronic current to rejuvenate the cells. But where those devices are, you have cables, you have the stickies, it can be a bit kind of gooey. As well, they're putting a lot more stress and tension on the muscles to make it contract. Because we're using a much lower frequency, you can wear this longer. You can also wear this while you're working out. And when I say working out, low impact, while you're doing yoga, stretching, Pilates, you can also wear it in parallel to a PT session. So it allows you to have, let's say, double, impact. So your physiotherapist can be working on one part while you're wearing this.
And so who would this be for then typically? Who's an ideal client for the product?
Absolutely. Everyone wants to say everyone, but really right now it's a fantastic product for everyday athletes, individuals who are going for the gym. We are currently working with a few pro athletes in Israel. We have a pro tennis player treating her tennis elbow, a basketball player who has a torn meniscus coming back from that injury, so he's been wearing this as well. We're working with a few sports teams, I can't name, but so a lot of pro athletes, but as well, it's actually been great. We've seen a lot of success with senior citizens. Senior citizens have a lot of time where they're sitting, they start to have a lot of fatigue. And so what this is doing is increasing the blood flow, and they're starting to have increased mobility. From the increased mobility, they're having more energy because the fatigue is going away. You don't feel it right away. You do need to wear it consistently and over time.
Right. So do you have these for different body parts then?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't have it to show you, but we do. We have a sock that you can wear that takes care of the foot and the ankle. We have one for the knee and up to the thigh, and then this one. Obviously, there will be more in the future, but you can't launch with everything at once.
Right. And are you guys? Is this a new idea then? I've seen variations, as you say, of the current type of idea, but is the way that you're packaged together totally new?
Yeah, so exactly. Microcurrent has existed for over 50 years. You have over 125 published studies that talk about the, positive impact on recovery and for people using the microcurrent. But in terms of a wearable textile, we haven't seen it yet. Maybe someone does have it, but we haven't seen it yet in this form. The other thing is this is, it's just really comfortable and easy to use, and you can use it at home. So that's been, great.
So can I just have a look at it then?
Sure,
so
yeah.
where would the current be coming out of? Is it this bit here?
Let me show you. Yeah, let me show you. It's actually, so this clips right into here like this.
Right.
And then what happens, oops, I'm gonna just take it off real quick. You have the sensors all on the inside here.
Okay.
Yeah, so you've got the sensors on the inside, and that's how it's going through.
Is there just one on this particular part, or is it going down the whole sleeve?
No, you have a few all throughout, and I just want to turn it inside out.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got a few on the inside.
Right, okay.
Yep.
So for me then, I wouldn't need it unless I've got some sort of pain, like a shoulder pain or bicep pain or...
You don't have to wear it if you have pain. Let's say, what's your sport of choice?
I'm a gym junkie, so I just work out really now.
Gym junkie, I'm sure you're getting stiff, I'm sure you're getting sore. So imagine, you lift weights, you wake up in the morning, instead of having that crazy fatigue, you can put it on after that workout session, and it's going to start to decrease that feeling of that, like, oh, I can't move,
Right. So do you do anything for the lower body?
We have for the knee, like I said, and we
Okay.
have for the ankle. We don't have shorts and shirts yet,
Okay.
but we do have more of the sleeves.
So with I tried on the boots, you know, the kind of Normatec style
Yeah, those
boots.
are great.
Would that type of idea be similar to what you're doing here if you had a boot then, or is that totally different? Because that's more sort of compression, but
It's compression. So what it's doing is it's actually squeezing the blood, like it's really compressing, and you feel that tension again. Which again, it's all about how much stress or tension you want to feel. Like the TENS machines, where you feel the contraction of the muscle, or if you do dry needling from the acupuncturist, where they really, get in there. This is a much lower frequency, so you don't actually feel it. Like you don't feel it happening at the moment,
no.
but you feel it over time.
Right, but essentially what you're getting then through the electrical stimulation, you're getting increased blood flow,
ATP.
nutrients to the muscle, which
Yeah.
will, I guess do whatever you need it to do, recover or heal, etc.
With ATP, rejuvenation, exactly.
Okay.
We're also seeing microcurrent being used for anti-aging, skin treatments. There's a lot of applications.
So I've got to get rid of my wrinkles for that.
Exactly,
have I?
you just cut this open and put it right on your face. Nah.
Does that really work?
I don't know, we haven't tried yet. You want to be our test subject.
New product maybe,
Yeah. No, but for right now, exactly. It's the sleeves that you're using to, help with the muscle recovery, injury prevention, preventative health as well.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
fantastic. All right then, Sid.
Hey,
appreciate
thank you so
your time.
much.
Thank
I really
you.
appreciate it.
Albert, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
This product caught my attention. I actually
Thank you.
saw it before I came here. So tell me a bit about what you've developed.
Okay. We call them WalkingPad.
Right.
It's different from, as you see, different from traditional treadmills. They can be foldable into half, so it's easy for customers to store them underneath the couch or the bed. When they can use it, they just pull out and to use it. That's the one feature. Another feature of our products, Kingsmith, you can control your speed automatically. When you step on the platform, it will start. We got many sensors underneath, and they can feel you on the top on the platform. And when you speed up, it will catch your speed to speed up. When you slow down, it will slow down. So when you stop, it stops. So it's so amazing for ordinary people to just work out,
Right.
at home.
Is there anything like this on the market at all? Like any other foldable treadmills that do anything similar?
That's the only WalkingPad can do that because it's patent. It's patent. They also call their treadmills affordable, but in different way. It can be folded into half.
Right.
No. It's actually the technology of the force is a little bit early than the folding cell phone. We use exactly the same technology with the folding cell phone.
Which is what is that then?
It's kind of for film technology. You can see them. That's the film.
Okay.
It's kind of film foldable, and also the hinge. We use, if I patent this thing, this technology for cell phone, they will pay me. Every telephone company will pay me. So we had this technology in 2015. So I think it's earlier than the cell phone. Maybe they also patent. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
And what market are you going after for this then? Is it for the fitness market, or what? Who is it for, the product?
We call them light fitness. We now most of our it's a big range of age, from young people to senior people. For young people, our biggest sale city, the best sale city is New York. For those young people, they live in apartments. They don't have so much space to get a big traditional treadmills. But for those senior people, they just want to walk. They don't want to do the hardcore workout. So it's so easy for them when they watch TV, when they watch their shows on the pad. It's so easy for them, so good for them.
And is there any other type of technology, or do you connect it to a phone or an app? Is there anything else in terms of programming that it has?
You can use the phone to control the machine, and you can also use your Apple Watch to control the machine. And those data from the treadmill will come to your phone and watch.
Right. And how long have you been selling these now?
Actually, we spent 3 years to develop the product, and we launched them in 2018. And by now it's almost 4 years, and we have already sold 1.4 million pieces all over the world in different 70 countries.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
It's a lot of product.
You've
done very well.
Yeah.
And where is it available now? Where, if people want them, where are you selling them?
You can find them in Amazon, in our official website, and you can also find them in Walmart.com and Lowe's.com. And we are going to get into more and more retailer channels.
Right. And you said you're going to do a commercial walking pad as well. What's unique about that?
It's different.
Okay.
It's another product. We are going to use. We are going to set up a new company to do the commercial ones. It's totally different. But Kingsmith will be the investor, the biggest investor for the startup.
And what will be the position? Because there's a lot of commercial treadmills on there. Have you got some unique way of approaching the treadmill, or?
I think you will see it.
It's a secret, is it?
Yeah, it's a secret, still secret now.
So can you kind of give us any indication of what it might do that's a bit different, or?
We got big screens.
Okay.
We got strength training and treadmill in one machine.
Oh, right, interesting.
All in one. Also the scales, the body analysis in one machine.
Wow.
You will see it. It's still home used, but high end.
Very good. All right,
that's
all
I can tell you today.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you very much. Thank you for listening to this episode. If you've got any value from it whatsoever, then please do us a favor, like, subscribe, tell somebody, and that will help us to be able to continue to do more of these and help you escape your own personal limits. Thanks for listening.